Oh, what fresh hell is this? Gillette made a controversial advert? Well, might as well have my say. Bugger all going on here right now. This is going to be quick and dirty. Andy, get my editor. I don't care if he's sleep deprived. We can just rush the edit. The internet has been abuzz with the recent controversial and trending Gillette, the best men can be advert. The advert in question has come under fire for alienating its male consumers by attacking what it perceives as toxic masculinity, while also being condescending and thrusting its politics right in our faces and out the other side. It's just another example of corporate political activism, an insidious trend in marketing that has political commentary disguised as an advert. They barely show the product, just lecture and guilt-trip potential buyers. Even Burger King has been getting all political by using the pink tax to advertise their latest deep-fried chicken anus thing. I don't go to Burger King for political discourse, I go there to get my arteries hardened. Supposedly, this advert is to promote Gillette and its new charity scheme thing. I'm always leery of companies when they do stuff for charity. Most of the time, it's just for positive PR and tax benefits. But look past this PR guff, and what the advert is can be described as a belittling hit piece on men as a species. Corporate arse lickers are lauding this advert as progressive and meaningful, even though it's pissing off Gillette's male consumers by portraying them as violent and lecherous caricatures. It's causing online outrage, which benefits Gillette because it's more publicity for them, and they can play the victim when things go tits up. In fact, Gillette has gone into overdrive with their damage control, deleting comments and trying to put a spin on everything. Why did this positive comment get deleted? Oh, we live in some interesting times, I tell you. Alright then, I'm going to go through this political dreck, blow by shitty blow. Roll the propaganda!
Bullying.
The Me Too movement against sexual harassment.
Masculinity.
Straight off, we know this is a serious advert. No happy joy shaving. It's all dark colours and men wistfully staring off into the distance, having what I assume is PTSD flashbacks while hearing voices in their heads telling them about sexism and bullying. I don't believe they're thinking that.
Is this the best a man can get?
Bam! Hyperactive kids. Too much sunny delight in those youngsters. They are bullies, I think. The advert calls me a freak. Gillette must have access to my internet search history.
It's likely happening here until...
Would somebody please think of the children? At the Gillette sweatshop.
Bullying is a problem.
We can't hide.
Excuse my ignorance, but do kids still use sissy as an insult? I thought that insult has fallen out of vogue and just used to reference the type of guy who wears programming socks. I will say that cyberbullying and bullying in general is shitty. It's an awful thing. But it's not just boys who do it. Girls do it too. If you ever grew up with girls, or are a girl, you've seen the name-calling and catfights with other girls. But this ad just points the finger solely at males and toxic masculinity. Bullying is not strictly a male thing, though. What's next on the Felch spoon?
It's been going on far too long. We can't laugh it off.
Who's the daddy?
Here, a bunch of white guys watch sexually harass the black maid, which is knee-slappingly funny, apparently. Looks more like the beginnings of a porno, but I digress. Maybe Gillette is feeling a little bit guilty about their old advertising ways. Yes, Gillette, we have had sexist television in the past, but things like Benny Hill are seen as passé and just a part of history gone by, like blackface. We do have sexuality in marketing, and the male gaze is a thing, but so is the female gaze. Let's not forget the coke ads with hunky shirtless men. Gaze into the manly nipples of hypocrisy.
What I actually think she's trying to say.
Here we see a man being condescending to a woman in an office environment, which can happen, but with advancements in HR, you will get your ass handed to you. There have been big changes in the corporate world, and we do have female CEOs and board members. It's not like the old days where women were relegated to being typists. I think the creators of this watch too much Mad Men and think we still live in the 50s.
Making the same old excuses.
Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys.
But something finally
Ah, the barbecue, the ultimate symbol of toxic masculinity and deliciousness. Pretty piss-poor barbecue, too. Just 2 sausages and corn. Probably not even real meat. Probably tofu, because I guarantee the creators of this are also obnoxious vegans. I like how all the dads are watching this like some sort of gladiatorial battle, like they've put bets on the kids and must fight for their amusement. Yes! Blood for the blood god! May he garnish our burgers with miseries! Ah!
changed.
Allegations regarding sexual assault and sexual harassment.
Really? The lady from the Young Turks? It's pretty obvious where your political allegiances lie. Subtle as a brick to the head. Not exactly apolitical, are you?
But she says
And there will be no going back.
Then the Ministry of Truth tells us we need to change our ways before it's too late. Too late for what? There's been major changes in civil rights over the past few decades. Not just women either. You can marry a gay man now. At the heart of the ad is the #MeToo movement and how men have allowed this to happen and need to be better. I'm not really going to comment on Me Too that much. I will say that the whole movement is a bit of a clusterfuck with spin doctors and false allegations mixed with legitimate ones. But I think a big corporation like Gillette is just virtue signaling and jumping on a topical bandwagon for PR. You don't deserve praise for featuring Me Too. Me Too deserves its own praise, and you want to ride its coattails. You're just using this to garner public support. It's all part of your marketing strategy to make your identity more than just a faceless company. I remember when big companies were targets of political activists. Now, the companies have slithered into these groups and stolen their skin to appear human and deflect criticism.
Hold other men accountable.
Oh, don't drag Terry Crews into this. He was sexually assaulted by a Hollywood bigwig. Got nothing to do with us normies who you want to do better. It's more to do with the cancerous culture that exists with the Hollywood elite. But you won't attack your media pals, will you? No, you'll just attack John Everyman. You're not going to show Roman Polanski or Harvey Weinstein, are you? Put the squeeze on Hollywood, not us.
Smile, sweetie. Come on.
To say the right thing.
Whoa, bit of an overreaction. It's okay, he only told you to smile for a video, not like he told you to flash your tartars. Can we not tell someone to smile? Is it really so awful? I also love this girl's reaction to this valiant white knight. I imagine so-called male feminists think this is what will happen when they defend a lady online. Oh my god, he overreacted because of a comment. I'm so wet. Sploosh! But Gillette do care about women. It's why they charge more for the lady brand Gillette razors. Great, great company.
To act the right way.
Bro, not cool, not cool.
Ah, this infamous bit. White young male sees pretty girl and must be stopped because he's going to what? Flirt with her? Compliment her? Or is he just going to straight up kidnap her? This is absurd. This is where the caricature gets played up, that all men are lustful beasts with no regard for people's feelings and the laws that govern the land. Ooh, a pretty young lady. Should I compliment her? No, I shall sexually harass her. Yeah!
Hold up. That's not cool. You shouldn't interact with women, period.
Then decide, moralizing black guy. As a man, it's been a good 5 minutes since I last raped someone. I shall not be stopped. All aboard the rape train. Choo-choo! We men are made into caricatures, no better than this. Except white, because it would be racist to show a black man sexually harassing women. It's silly. This guy just straight up assumes he's going to harass her. Bit presumptuous. Maybe she's got a piece of shit stuck to her top and he wants to tell her so she can avoid embarrassment. In real life, in broad daylight, in a crowded public space, I think this lady will be alright if a guy came up to her and said, I think you're pretty. And if he did wolf whistle or whatever, she can tell him to fuck off. I don't think it's all that bad. He's certainly not going to throw acid in her face and call her a whore. Maybe he initially sees a pretty girl and thinks with his dick, but maybe he could get to know her, fall in love, and they could find happiness together. But nope, you have been prejudged, rapist.
Some already are. In ways big and small.
I am strong.
Ah, the feel-good moments, the take-home, the real-life examples of men doing good, not this absurdist narrative you've been driving so far. And these people did this without seeing your piece of shit advert. Seems men can better themselves without the need of a big multinational corporation lecturing them.
It's not how we treat each other, okay?
Here we go. This is what actually happens when kids fight at a family barbecue. If only they had shown that at the start.
But some is not enough.
Okay. Dad stops another kid getting bullied in public. People do this. This is more realistic.
Because the boys watching today will be the men of tomorrow.
It ends with the kid and this tagline. What, are you selling children now? That's very brazen, Gillette. Fucking hell. I better not see that kid on the back of a milk carton. Could you imagine if this was reversed? That women were getting insulted into buying something? One of my viewers thought the same thing.
Women. You're moody, aggressive, and toxic once a month. You bleed all over the sheets and occasionally your clothes. Disgusting. Buy Tampax.
Thanks, Alexei. I wouldn't mind if this advert was just an anti-bullying advert, but it's not. It's just condescending male bashing. Men do bad shit, it's true. But so do women. After all, women's prisons exist for a reason. Shitty behavior is not an inherently male or female trait. It's a human trait. It's universal. Got fuck all to do with masculinity or femininity. No matter what race, sex, or ideology, people can be shitty, just like the people who made this ad. They almost seem contemptuous of men. I wonder what opinions they have of their own fathers, their brothers, their husbands, their sons. Are they all potential rapists and violence-loving Neanderthals? Also, Gillette, what happened to just selling fucking razors? I hate talking politics, and I hate corporations talking about politics. It always seems disingenuous. They have an agenda, and I don't think big multinational companies should be moral arbiters throwing judgment on us. When you get politics involved, it can alienate your customers and divide them. Maybe actually work on selling interesting products rather than going for cheap marketing ploys. But it's a sign of the times. Doesn't matter if you aggravate people, outrage culture is great for marketing. With that in mind, I feel there should be an equilibrium. This advert was condescending, anti-male, and lacking subtlety. If only there was a counter to it. Well, actually there is, and it comes courtesy of the Igard Watch Company, who treat their core demographic with respect, as companies should. In their response video to Gillette, they portray men in a much more positive light. Gillette need to stop getting involved with politics, and I'm really dumbfounded as to why people can defend them, especially people with left-leaning politics. Why are you defending a big multinational business just because they parrot your ideology? When did this shift happen? Companies generally just want to make profit, and I don't think they really care how they get it. If that means causing a political divide for PR, so be it. There seems to be a culture war right now, and we need to stick up for each other, not the corporations. That's how we're gonna win. Not by fighting what we hate, but saving what we love.
And